Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time coming. And I mean a fucking long time coming. It's time for a rant. It's time for me to rant and rave about this product. It's time for me to talk shit about WWE. I'm gonna tell you something, guys. I've watched back to back Raw and SmackDown. It's been a long time since I've done that. And I'm gonna tell you something straight up. What the fuck have I been watching? Roman Reigns has a match with Elias for the Intercontinental title. Granted, it was a good match. What the fuck was it doing on the 10 o'clock hour? Why wasn't it at the end of the show? That should have been the main event. Then we got fucking Finn Balor going up against Kane. Why? Who knows? What is the deal with Kane and Finn Balor? Nobody gives a shit. Match lasted 2 minutes, and then poof, disqualification because Braun Strowman gets in the ring and revenge the attack that Kane did to him the week before. Let me tell you something, folks. Vince McMahon has no creativity anymore. Nor does his writing team have any creativity. They're a bunch of lazy, dumb, lackluster, pathetic fools. Have no look towards being outside the box. These guys give these people horrible scripts to read off of, horrible dialogue. The interactions among the characters on screen is terrible. And there's news going on that Batista wants to come back to the WWE for a long-term deal to do maybe like a 2 or 3 year run. Probably. I'm not saying that's what was said, but I'm predicting that's probably what he means by a long-term deal. Like a 2 or 3 year run like Brock Lesnar's done. Now, let me put it to you this way, guys. With that just one statement alone, Batista wanting to come back to WWE, that in itself makes me go, why the fuck would he want to come back? One, he's got a successful franchise with Guardians of the Galaxy. He has a really decent role in there. He plays a major character out of among the other characters in the movie. He's making a ton of money with that. He could fucking juice off of that for probably the next 2 or 3, maybe 4 years of his life. And then retire if he really wanted to, depending on how he's spending his money. He hates the direction of WWE. He doesn't like the storyline writing of the WWE. I mean, everything I'm ranting and raving about is what Batista can't stand about WWE. But he wants to come back. Why? I have no fucking idea. I don't understand why he would want to come back to a shitty-ass product like this. That's like asking Stone Cold Steve Austin to say, I want to come back to WWE, even if he didn't have any major injury. And he could have wrestled with his neck been fine. He never got that major injury. He was okay, and he could have wrestled and been fine and okay by doctors to perform in a ring in front of an audience. How the fuck could you ever ask Stone Cold Steve Austin to come into this company and wrestle for them? Just saying hypothetically if he was able to wrestle. If he would have done that, he'd have been a fucking fool. He shouldn't lower his character standards the way his guy was just to perform in a ring to say, ooh, look, I'm wrestling in front of a WWE audience. I'm not even going to complain just about WWE in itself, the company, the writers and all that. The performers themselves don't take initiative. They don't vent. They don't complain. They don't say nothing to these dumb head writers. I don't ever hear anything. Finn Balor is, but he's getting knocked down. If all of them did that, instead of being a bunch of fucking corporate sellout douchebags so they can take care of their families, which at the end of the day, they have a star name just because they wrestled for WWE. They could go in the independent wrestling scene and make a ton of money. You don't believe me? Ask Cody Rhodes. He regenerated himself. He changed who he is. He's now the nightmare dream. He's a nightmare, Cody Rhodes, instead of the dream. He took what his father was from being the dream to being the nightmare. He's a fucking top heel in the independent wrestling scene, man. He's a ROH World Heavyweight Champion. Granted, ROH isn't the greatest company in the world right now, but at the end of the day, guarantee he's getting paid pretty fucking good money to be able to take care of his family. Dolph Ziggler, if I was him, I'd get my ass out of WWE. He's a top fucking star talent that should be turned into something more than what he is. And all he is a fucking dumb retard who gets on television, gets his ass kicked, loses, and then goes off television again. Puts on almost 5-star performances with other performers that are well as good as he is, but he doesn't get a break. Why? Because he got a concussion? They don't do nothing with Dolph Ziggler. He was having a rivalry with Bobby Roode. Now you don't even see fucking Dolph Ziggler on television. Like, get rid of Dolph Ziggler. Let him go. Let him find something else to do with his career. Let him make some real fucking money. Let him go ahead and stop making himself look like a joke. This guy deserves better than this. He deserves to have a world championship on his shoulder. Not this bullshit that he's got going on with WWE. Fucking job sellout. Like, he's more than that. Other guys. Finn Balor is getting a bad rap now. He's getting placed on the main event scene being looked like a fucking pathetic fool. And now it's being rumored he ain't getting a world championship shot against Brock Lesnar because Vince McMahon, the 70-plus-year-old man, doesn't think he's ready for it, nor is he over with the crowd. Vinnie Mac, I don't know what the hell you're seeing out there, bro, but when he goes out with his entrance, the audience is following what he does with his motions. They're doing everything he does when he gets to the ring. His arms going up in the air like this, all that wonderful shit. I don't know what the fuck you're watching, Vince, but your old age and your senileness is getting in the way of a good fucking program. Now, granted, I'm not the biggest fan of seeing Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor. I'll be perfectly honest with you. But shit, man, you could give him a hell of a better fucking opponent to face than Kane. Come on, man. Samoa Joe. Hell, you could have even given him fucking Roman Reigns last night. I mean, granted, yeah, you probably wouldn't see Roman Reigns lose to Finn Balor with the Intercontinental title on the line, but still, come on, man. What the fuck? Now, getting into the Intercontinental title match. Not the Intercontinental title match, just the Intercontinental title itself. Roman Reigns had a good performance last night against Elias. I wasn't disappointed in it. What I am disappointed in is Elias really is a top contender that should be a champion with the IC title. But at the end of the match, they added another guy who should be an Intercontinental champion and carry around the belt and would put more legitimacy behind it. Not to mention the way Samoa Joe is. He's a fucking badass. He's the guy that attacked Roman Reigns after the match was over. What do you think's going to happen? Samoa Joe's going to face Roman Reigns next week. What's going to happen to Samoa Joe? He's going to lose to Roman Reigns. Look, people, the bottom line is those two guys should have never faced fucking Roman Reigns at all. You either have one of two things. Those two guys should have been facing him near the end of his title reign. And the truth of the matter is, the end of Roman Reigns' title reign should happen with the IC title on January 22nd on the Monday Night Raw episode. I think he needs to drop that title and drop it to a top-notch guy that deserves to carry that title, who ain't going to be able to get a world title run. And that guy is Roman Reigns. I'm sorry to, or not Roman, what the fuck did I just say? Not Roman Reigns facing Roman Reigns. Holy fuck, what the hell is wrong with me? I haven't been getting a lot of sleep, so please excuse me. A lot of personal stuff has been going on in my life, which I'm not going to get into on this video. And no, people, it doesn't have anything to do with my girlfriend. It just has to do with some of the things that's going on for her, and I'm not going to say anything on this video about it. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't appreciate me doing that, but she's going through a rough time. But getting off that subject, I'm sorry I even said anything about that. It's just trying to bring up factual stuff about why I'm sound like I'm completely out of it and don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But no, the guy that should beat Roman Reigns for the championship should be Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns have been back and forth, kind of not really tangling with each other, but kind of dancing around with each other and not going head-on force towards one another. They had one-on-one match on a Monday Night Raw episode, which Braun Strowman distracted Roman Reigns, and and Samoa Joe hit the put in the Kia clutch on Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns passed out in the hole. So that's about the only match these two have actually had one-on-one. So, with that being said, I believe that Roman Reigns should lose the Intercontinental titles to Samoa Joe at January 22nd Monday Night Raw episode. That's the best time to do it. And that's what should happen. But will it? Probably not. Guarantee you next week we're going to see Samoa Joe get his ass kicked, handed to him. He's going to look awesome but lose anyway, and it ain't going to fucking matter what the hell he does in the match because he's going to lose. So who gives a shit? So they make that meaningless. They have a 6 women's tag team match on Raw where Paige's team beats the hell out of Sasha Banks' team as the two opponents, the two partners that she's with, and she's left in a handicap match. What do we get? Riot, the Riot Squad, Ruby Riot, and her 2 other little goons mixed with her end up having that same situation happen on SmackDown tonight. Where is there any creativity here? Number one, why did you have to have another 6 women's tag team match on SmackDown when you already had that on Raw? Like, what do? They copy the same match card week to week? Raw has this, SmackDown has the same thing on fucking SmackDown? I mean, come on, man. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. What the fuck was that about? They made a stipulation, Shane McMahon. Oh, we're not allowed to have Sami Zayn at ringside. He's barred from ringside. He can't be involved in the match whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. And plus, the match is a no-holds barred. Okay, well, I've heard of rules before, and if you have a no-holds barred match, but you also stated that someone is excluded from being involved in the match in any way, shape, or form, that's what it is. Did we get that? No, we did not. We had Sami Zayn interfere in the fucking match. Was there any repercussions towards this? No. I'm sure they'll save this for fucking Instagram, Twitter, or some other fucking bullshit. Because they want to use the technological crap that we use on a day-to-day basis as a tool to help promote their storylines. Like, who the fuck gives a shit? That shit should be used for personal use only, not for fucking storyline buildup. I mean, come on, man. What the fuck is wrong with this company? They can't go ahead and go on television while people are watching and say, hey, look, dickhead, you interfered in the match, you're fired, get lost. Here's another great thing I can't fucking comprehend right now. We start off SmackDown. Shane McMahon comes out. He expresses his disapproval with Daniel Bryan's behavior and decision making when he gave him full reign over SmackDown to run when he left the last hour of the show from 9 to 10. He did not fire Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn after the Lumberjack match. So, you'd have thought that Daniel Bryan would have came out and said, you know, well, he did say all the things I'm about to say. He said they're very valid talent, they're good performers. They were upset about being not used in the Survivor Series match. But on the other hand, on your side, Shane, I do agree with what happened. And instead of Shane saying, you know what, okay, I like your idea, we'll set it up like this, like he did, but he said, you know what, there's a stipulation here. And I want to state this. If Sami Zayn interferes, he is traded to Raw. I'm going to work out a deal with my sister to get rid of him. And if Kevin Owens loses to Randy Orton, I'm trading him as well along with Sami Zayn if he interferes. So, their jobs staying on SmackDown completely depend on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn keeping his nose out of Kevin Owens' match. If they both can do that, then both of them will stay on SmackDown. If they both can't, or one of them can't, commit to what I just stated, they will be traded to Raw, and I will get a talented performer who deserves to be on SmackDown and get rid of these two off of SmackDown and put them on Raw. That would have been a more logical and smart thing to do as a business owner of a roster. I mean, you're talking, that's like going ahead and stating you have a fucking world-class athlete on your fucking football team. Let's just go ahead and state we got, we're the owner of the, we'll say we're the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm a big fan of Dallas, alright? Let's say I'm Jerry Jones, alright? I wish I was Jerry Jones with all his fucking money and the fucking stadium he's got, but damn, would I be pissed off about how Dallas is right now, if I was him. But here's my business decision. If I had a player that was misbehaving, not getting along with everybody else on the team, he was a distraction to the team, my first thought would be, I'm not going to release you. I'm going to trade you for somebody else that's willing to deal with your bullshit and sees more value in dealing with this than I do. That's what as a logical person, a guy running a team, basically Raw and SmackDown are teams. They're brands separated, and Stephanie McMahon and Kurt Angle run their roster. Same with Shane and Daniel Bryan. They run their roster. So in that case, if there's such a headache, there's such a problem within your brand, and they're giving you all kinds of issues trying to run it properly to get the best quality that they can for their audience, you get rid of their fucking ass. It's that simple. But Daniel Bryan did have a good statement. He stated that, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are very good, top quality performers. They've been in the Indies. They are well known in the Indies, and so on and so forth. But I mean, if Kevin Owens lost his match, or Sami Zayn interfered, or both, then guess what? They're gone. They're being traded. There's going to be a deal worked out with Stephanie McMahon to get their asses out of here. And that's what would have happened. That's what should happen. But is it? Of course not. We're going to continue this random bullshit, unlogical storyline that we're going to keep unraveling with no fucking progression, no understanding, just a bunch of bullshit between Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, which ain't going to lead to any of either one of them having a match because Daniel Bryan ain't ever coming out of retirement from the injury. WWE's never going to let him do that unless he leaves WWE altogether. So, I mean, come on, man. You're talking to a person with a brain. You gotta show that is a fucking insult to everyone's intelligence. There's never nothing else on TV. Football sucks. Sports sucks. They're all shit. They're all boring and pathetic. And this show is no fucking different. WWE is just as crappy as everything else that you see on TV. This is by far the worst I've ever seen WWE. I swear to God, I'd rather watch 2015 WWE. I can't stand this fucking product right now. Shit, I would rather watch 2016 WWE. At least on Raw and SmackDown. SmackDown had a fucking show. Now SmackDown's shit as shitty as fucking Raw is. The only thing I saw quality out of SmackDown tonight was the tag team match between Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable versus the New Day. What the fuck? Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. Kevin Owens wins with a fucking frog splash after he hit him in the leg, with Sami Zayn hitting Randy Orton in the leg with a fucking chair. Which he was banned from ringside in getting involved in the match. Did we see anything hardcore going on in this match? No. We saw fucking kendo sticks and chairs. Ooh. Was there any tables? Of course not. We just decided to use a fucking announce table to bash each other's backs into, but nothing major happened. Like, who fucking cares about this shit anymore? The audience is fucking dead. I blame the audience too. I blame every party involved in this. The wrestlers, the writers, and the fucking audience. We had back-to-back shows in fucking redneckville. One was in Tennessee, the other one was in Lexington, Kentucky for SmackDown. These two fucking shows suck dick. There wasn't a fucking thing on these damn two shows that even impressed me. At the end of the day, WWE has a major issue. That's why I don't do reviews on their shows on a weekly basis anymore. I know I haven't posted a video in a while, but this is the reason why. It's a joke. 2-3 hour jokes. Fucking waste of everybody's time and totally illogical and stupid. But that's about all I have to say at this time, and I've been going on for almost 25 minutes. It's at 23 minutes and 45 seconds. So I'll let you guys go. I hope you enjoyed the video. I haven't done a rant in a long time. Hope you enjoyed my rant. Leave a comment and opinion down below if you'd like to. I'll definitely get back to you if you left a comment. And on top of that, guys, hit the like button if you liked the video, and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel, alright? Speak to you later, guys.